right. All right. This is another story that I did want to talk to. Snore. Stop it. This is not okay. How many of you guys heard what happened with Rev's wife? With Strawberry. How many of you guys heard about that? That the company, the company Makeshift. Okay, so we're into this a little bit late, but basically the plushie company Makeshift dropped Rev's wife, Strawberry, because she was associated with Rev. That's why they dropped her, because she is his wife. They dropped her. They didn't just cancel her ride yet. They literally said, we will not be going forward with any more, with any more campaigns with you. We're not working with you anymore. And now it looks like they may have dropped Rev too. Because Rev put out a video yesterday that it looks like they've dropped him too. And I wanted to check this out. I'm a little late getting into it. I want to get into this like a day or two ago, but I'm a little late. Machinists, they think he's too edgy. They don't like what he has to say. No, Xanax, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. So we're gonna get into this. Again, I'm a little late on this. I meant to get into this a little bit earlier, but yeah. So basically, Rev and Strawberry both got dropped by Makeshift because of Rev, because they think he's too fucking edgy. Maybe he's going to be able to facilitate a bit more context to it. That's why I want to watch his video. So let's take a look.
Hey, what's up, guys? Over here. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of a rant. I'm sorry for the morning voice. I just got up. I slept in. I'm sorry. Gomenosai. I'm so sorry. But today we're going to be talking about Makeship, a company that this channel has worked with to a very great level of success, but unfortunately they have turned Judas and backstabbed ya boy Rev and my wife as well. So Makeship is a company that makes plushies, and we've done many successful campaigns with this company, including the original Rev plush that sold over 1,200 units. Yeah, nice. Very successful campaign. And my wife, by example, she's done 4 campaigns, Darling Straub, and I've done 3, which were joint campaigns alongside her. And we've made this company, in this initial campaign alone, 6 figures in sales. Okay? We've made Makeship a lot of money. Okay?
Holy shit.
And looking at some of the comments, well,
here we go.
We've been dropped. Yep.
Oh, hang on. Okay, I'll read this in case Rev doesn't, but I'm also covering message that I will show as well. Hi, Straw. Thanks so much for reaching out. Remember Blank introducing us a few months back. Makeshift has grown a lot since we first started working together. As we continue to partner with a wider range of brands and creators, we've had to be more mindful of how our campaigns reflect our values. As part of that, we've been moving away from working with creators whose content falls on the edgier side. Given your close association with Rev, they're fucking married, you numbnuts. This is not close association. They are fucking married. Dumb fuck. We've decided not to move forward with another campaign at this time. I understand that this may be disappointing, and I want to emphasize that this isn't personal at all. Bullshit. I'm sorry. Bullshit. This isn't personal. You literally just said it's personal because you associate with Rev, because you are married to Rev. You literally just said the whole reason why you're not doing another campaign is personal. You didn't say that we're not doing another campaign because financially it's simply not feasible for us to do so. You said because you are married to Rev, your quote-unquote close association with Rev, we're not going forward. That's literally fucking personal. I will get there, Leo. Don't worry about that. Yeah, so bullshit statement. They're talking out of both sides of their ass on this one. This is 100% fucking bullshit. Absolute bullshit. And let me move over. And while I'm doing that, Gramps, thank you for the dono. Thank you very much. All right. So Rev's note here, I can also confirm a conspiracy involving YouTube. Apparently only likes, subscriptions, and comments count as views. I've also been incredibly thankful for the super thanks donations I've received recently. Thank you again for your... Fuck! Oh shit, oh, we have opened up a can of worms. Holy shit, I was wondering about this. Because my videos on YouTube have not been getting as many, my videos on YouTube have not been getting as many views as they have been in the past. So when I see views in my dashboard, it's only for people that are liking, subscribing, or commenting. People that literally just view it don't count anymore. I was wondering why my views were so fucking low. Holy shit. That makes so much fucking sense now. I was like, why are my videos getting so low views? They're like getting half the views of what they did before. And now it makes sense why. What the fuck, YouTube? This is ridiculous. Well, no, they're not destroying themselves, Jameson, because guarantee you, YouTube is still getting money on those views because they're getting the ad revenue, but they're not counting it in the metrics for the creator, which means that they can give the creator less money. They're still making money on all of the ad revenue that they're getting from their content creators, but they can give their content creators less money because the content creators get their money based upon viewership. Well, yeah, Leo, and in that case, like if you watch a video, then it's your YouTube premium that facilitates the revenue for the viewers. Yeah. Oh, fuck you, YouTube. That is fucking dirty. No, it's not confirmed yet, Doc. But goddammit, I'm gonna speculate. I mean, granted, my YouTube video is not monetized. So monetarily, this does not affect me. It does not. Monetarily, this thing with YouTube does not affect me. However, it doesn't give me a good metric for how people are liking my videos, which is a problem for content creators. They don't know how many people are watching their videos simply on views alone. So that's going to fuck with content creators going, do people like my videos? Do people not like my videos? It'll fuck with the algo? Yeah. That's fucked up. But that's a whole different thing. We're here about Makeship with Rev. It's just this is new information to me that I'm just fucking hell.
Makeship basically said now that they are successful, they no longer need Reverend and Strawben to F off.
Revan, I'm gonna slightly disagree. Makeship basically said now that they're successful, they don't need to associate with scum like Rev and Strawberry. More along the lines of Rev. This is all tails back into Rev. So because they're successful, they don't need to associate with Rev, whom they don't like in the first place, so they're kicking him to the curb. That's basically what it is.
Makeship dropped me and my wife, leaving this Discord message to Straub saying, "Hi Straub, thanks so much for reaching out. Remember blank introducing us a few months back. Makeship has grown a lot since we first partnered working together.
Okay.
And
I will let it
as
cook.
we continue to partner with a wider range of brands and creators, we've had to be more mindful of how our campaigns reflect our values. As a part of that, we've been moving away from working with creators whose content falls on the edgier side. Given your close association with Rev, we decided not to move forward with another campaign at this time. I understand this may be disappointing, and I want to
It
emphasize.
really Tempe's that they're what? Oh, Doc, is that what you were talking about? Where they offered her a partnership and she refused? Is that what you were talking about? Yeah. Doc, you said they offered Straub a new partnership and she declined. Understandable. If they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, we'll work with you, but not your husband because we think he's too edgy," I don't feel, I don't disparage Strawberry whatsoever for saying, "Yeah, go fuck yourself." If you have a problem with Rev, who is not edgy, Rev reports on popular media content and has opinions about that popular media content, which is like barely edgy. It's like, okay, you could made no, I won't even say he has milquetoast takes. I'd say Rev can be a little bit edgy sometimes, but nothing to the level of if they talk about, oh, he's too edgy to be, for us to be, have a partnership with Makeship. Hirundo, this is Rev. This VTuber right here is Rev. It's not a what, it's a who. It's this person. So yeah, like if Strawberry declined to partner with Makeshift again because like we don't want to have anything to do with Rev, and she wants to stand by her husband, God bless her for that. God bless her for that. In her tweet, she said every campaign they helped with were very successful, so them offering her partnership but not read as a slap in the face. Shadows, there you go. Exactly. Yeah. It is. Especially, like she said in her tweet, they've made a fuck ton of money from Rev. But they're not going to offer him a new partnership because now they're successful and they don't want to associate with him because he's too quote unquote edgy and might cater to a slightly different demographic than they like. Yeah, absolute W move on Strawberry, standing by her husband. Absolute W on her part. And you know what? I will betcha now that this is kind of making news. What do you want to bet? The two of them are going to be contacted by another plushie company and say, "Hey, we'll work with you. You want to come over to us?" They're probably not going to be hurting for another partnership with another plushie company. I imagine they probably already have emails coming their way from multiple other companies that do plushies that'll say, "We'll be happy to work with you." So this is more of like Makeship. This is more of Makeship basically just like told on themselves when they did this. They told on themselves, and this is going to end up hurting them far more than they realize, I think.
That this isn't personal at all. We sincerely wish you the best in your continued growth as a creator. Wow. Amazing, guys. Thank God it's not personal. You're just firing my wife by association. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. This is ridiculous. By the way, for those who are not familiar with my wife, Darling Straub, her recent content, by the way, is, I'll give you a few examples. Doing a vacation Bible study and reading Psalms in ASMR. So clearly, my wife is not the issue, right? She's doing everything.
Although, and no, this is not against Darling Strawberry, there is also a possibility that Makeship also has a problem with very religious individuals, people that are open and profess their devoutness to their religion. That is also a possibility. It's not a knock against Strawberry if she is a devout Christian and she likes to her content in her streams is she likes to do like ASMR psalms. Great. That's what she chooses to do. She is expressing her religion. Absolutely zero wrong with it. There are some companies like that. there are some companies that don't like people that express devout religiousness. And so they didn't say it, but that could also be a factor. Yeah, Banderwalkie, I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I will not. I won't say you're wrong about that, unfortunately. And J10, thank you for the 5 gifted. Oh, it is your dog. I have not had the opportunity to see any of Darling's videos or streams, but she looks adorable, and everything I've heard about her is she is an absolute sweetheart. Every person that I have ever had, like, heard talk about her or talked with has said that Strawberry is an absolute angel, that she is a sweetheart. And again, Makeship is kind of digging their own grave with this one, because Rev has a very wide audience. Rev has a very wide audience, and when word gets out about this, you don't think there's going to be a lot of noise on Twitter, and that a lot of customers that basically bought Rev and Darlie Strawberry merch are going to go, yeah, we're done with you. We're going to wait and see who they link up with next for their plushies, and we're going to go buy from them instead. And Tesla, thank you for the gifted. Maybe a hot take, but I wonder if maybe this is what the Sumerians felt like when Christianity showed up 2,000 plus years ago, started becoming the dominant religion. Gwams, it's not an unfair question to ask. It's not. I don't put stock in theology too. I'm not a religious person at all. I'm not religious in any way, shape, or form, but plenty of the world is, and yeah. It's, like someone said, what would have happened if Darling Strawberry somebody in Kick Chat posed the question, what would have happened if Darling Strawberry was of Muslim faith and was basically doing ASMR readings from the Quran? Would they have cared so much about her association with Rev and dropped her? That's a question, because these days, that's like when it comes for companies, especially when it comes to DEI, they care a lot more about the Muslim faith, it seems, than a lot of other faiths. So, I don't know.
Right. But she gets this message doing a guilt by association tactic from Makeship, and, well, that's BS. If you want to fire me, fire me. Don't fire my wife by association. Guilt by association is incredibly cringe. This is cringe. And I've worked with this company for 3+ years. 3 successful campaigns for this company that generated 6 figures in revenue.
Yes, Sulu. Yes. Oh, you were not aware. Yes, Darling Strawberry is Rev's wife. Yes, she is. And that's why they booted her, because she's Rev's wife and they don't like Rev. And then they came crawling back, and she told them go fuck themselves, I think.
All of a sudden, by the way, a month after a new person took over the company, it's all wrong.
Oh.
I can't work with them. In fact,
oh, ain't that a bit of a coinky-dink? A month after it came under new ownership and this happens. Rev, please tell me you're going to show me who the new owner is. I must know this. Who is the new owner?
My wife, by association, can't work with them anymore. And again, that is the lamest standard ever. My wife does not speak for me. I don't speak for my wife.
Okay. Just in case Rev does not get into it, strays? Someone please find me the information on who currently owns Makeship. For informational purposes only, I'd like to know who owns Makeship now. Again, informational purposes only. You know what I will do to you if any of you brigade against the owners of Makeship. You know what I'll do if you do that. Don't. I want it for information only. And Lord Sugar Lord Sugar Dong, thank you for the follow. And the Prime, thank you as well. Thank you very much. His name is Landed Brett. Thank you. We'll see if Rev brings him up, and if not, maybe I'll see if I can find some information about what his mission statement is for this. Well, Lord Dong, welcome.
She has different content, different views. We disagree. I know, that's crazy. We disagree on things, okay? But the fact that they hold my wife accountable for my edgy content. By the way, commenters, what do I do that's so controversial? Because by the way,
he calls out bullshit.
They continue
is what he
to
does.
partner to this day with content creators who make things that are way more controversial than anything I've done. What do I do that's so edgy that it's
Wait. Hang on. Oh, okay, you're talking about something else.
brandable? You can't even work with this person. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But some people like Rosie Bell have been supporting us, saying this is why you say something and don't stay silent. Hold people accountable. I'm glad they decided it was unfair. W.
Wait,
Makeship.
what?
And we'll get it.
What? Languacy? Nick, Rosie is siding with Makeship. I don't know if you understand what Rosie's saying here. It looks like Rosie is siding with Makeshift because she ended the post with W Makeshift. Am I misreading this? Am I completely misreading this? Is this supposed to be sarcasm? Because like if I'm misreading this, my apologies, but this is she was I'm happy to update my conversations with Makeshift. They've apologized for the stress caused and acknowledged that the reason they've since made positive changes, stating we have adjusted our partnership. Oh, okay. Okay. I read Rosie's. I didn't look down. And I saw this. And I didn't see this. But Darling Strawberry rejected this partnership, did she not? Oh, Fetal, stop it! Fine, I'll take my lumps. I didn't read Strawberry's post. I'll take my lumps. Yeah, we did. But Darling Strawberry rejected this partnership, didn't she? Didn't she say that she would? Yeah, that's what I thought. And I'm guessing probably because they said we still hate Rev, maybe. I don't know. Maybe this will say. Oh, he might get into. Yeah, let's see if Rev gets into it.
They decided it was unfair. W.
Yeah, Spicy or Spin City.
Makeship.
I
And
thought
we'll
the same
into
thing.
That response
I was
from
like, that
Makeship
doesn't make
in
sense.
just a second. But some people were not happy with Rosie's comment on my wife's tweet, including this deranged individual saying,
Oh, for fuck's
"Why are
sake!
you simping for Nazis? The F is wrong with you." And someone said, "What makes Rev and Straub Nazis? They're just Christians with Christian values." And this deranged individual says, "Yeah, basically."
I feel like I'm a record. I feel like I'm an MP3 on repeat. These people have destroyed the word. They're calling someone that just are Christians and have Christian values. Not that they're trying to cram these values down other people's throat. Literally, they exist as Christians with Christian values. And this escaped insane asylum patient is saying that they're Nazis because of it. Let's make asylums great again. Let us start calling psychos again. This person is a psychopath. They are either a psychopath or a sociopath. One of the two. They are not fucking well. If they think that just because someone is Christian, they are not, someone needs to beat the fuck out of them with a history book open to the section on fucking World War II. I am so fucking sick of people that are basically equating one of the most blood-hungry people in the history of the fucking planet with, people today just simply being, normal and calling them a Nazi because you don't agree with them. Like, these people need to be given these people need to have the contents of a World War II history book imprinted into their fucking brain so they know how that shit stupid they are. I'm getting, really riled up on this, and I shouldn't, but I'm just so, the Nazis are one of the most vile groups in the history of humankind. Okay? Zulu, 6 million on the low end. 6 million is the low end, not 2.5. 6 million. That's how many Jews were slaughtered in concentration camps. 6 fucking million. That is the low end of the amount of people that the Nazis killed. They were literally seeking genocide. Okay? The Nazi party is our literal genocide people. And again, the 6 million is the Jewish people alone. There are lots. There are millions upon millions more outside of the Jewish population that were slaughtered. It was basically anybody that did not fit into their extremely narrow margins of the master race, basically. So, yeah, the fact that this person is equating Rev and Strawberry to Nazis, yes, that pisses me the fuck off. Because the concept of Nazis the word Nazi should retain its power in that you should be horrified of it. And people like this Yumi person are destroying that power to make you sit up, pay attention, and go, holy shit, this is bad. And I call these people out like this all the time because it's a destruction of language. And it's also creating a sense where when actual Nazism pops up, people will not recognize it for what it is because people like this have destroyed the power behind that word. Sorry, David. I know I'm going off on a rant, but this shit really gets to me. We will continue.
They're just saying the quiet part out loud, I guess. And yeah, this same person.
And by the way, I will say one other thing. The people that do this shit and call other people Nazis simply because they disagree with them, plot twist, that's Nazi thinking, motherfucker. The Nazis are the one that thought, you can't disagree with me, you're not like me, so you are evil. That is literal Nazi thinking, you fuckstick.
They're just saying the quiet part out loud, I guess. And yeah, this same person would see this A tweet from my wife saying, "Take my new bow bag to church. Perfect size for my Bible." My wife took this bow merch, Bow the VTuber, to church. She took this and put her Bible in it. And this deranged psychopath said, "Straw buying a bow bag just to say it fit her Bible is perfectly the most performative effing stuff. Do you not understand how insane?"
Make asylums a thing again. For the love of fuck, bring back fucking asylums. Jumi, you can be the first fucking residence. Yes, it's a fucking bag. It is just a fucking bag. Jumi, get off the fucking internet. Jumi and people like Yumi need to get off the fucking internet. They are completely brain rotted. They have no sense of fucking reality. They need to get the fuck off the internet. Because they're going to struggle to function in modern society as is. Right now, I don't know if this person would be allowed to roam the streets on their own without basically foaming at the mouth and shitting their pants while diddling themselves in front of a homeless person. I personally think that they are that fucked in the head right now. They need to get the fuck off the internet. Yumi and people like Yumi need to just GTFO, go touch grass, go sit at a pond and feed the ducks. Okay? Literally, go to your local pond with a loaf of bread and feed the ducks. Take 1 hour out of your day and just do some normal thing. Leave your phone at home. Do not take your phone with you. And just go feed some duckies.
People like this are, "This individual is attacking my wife for putting a Bible in this bag."
And it's because it's Christian. This person reviles Christianity. That's what triggered him. Because Strawberry said that she put her Bible in the bag. That triggered this person because they hate Christians and basically they think this person thinks Christians should die. Jumi right here has outed themselves and said that Christians should be killed. That is what calling someone a Nazi means. It means that they should be killed. Yumi is basically, without right saying it, but I can read between the lines, Yumi is saying that because Rev and Strawberry are Christians with Christian values, they think that this person thinks that they should die. And that's why they are attacking Strawberry like this. Because they think Rev and Strawberry should die simply because they're Christian. Make asylums a thing again for the love of all that is fuck.
Effing stuff. Do you not understand how insane people like this are? This individual is attacking my wife for putting a Bible in this bag. They're so mad. They're attacking my wife on a very...
Wait. Seriously, Zulu? Is that serious? Hold up. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Sorry, Rev. I normally don't do this. Hold up. Fuck you, Yumi. Fuck you. You do not get to appropriate bondage. Uh-uh. Not on my fucking watch. Okay? You wanna call someone that's a Christian a Nazi? You don't get to say normalize wearing bondage accessories casually. Nuh-uh. I don't fucking think so. Go fuck yourself with a bad dragon wrapped in concertina wire, soaked in ghost pepper hot sauce. Fuck you. I'm not gonna tag Rev in it because Rev probably already knows about it. I no, Sadie, not simply the bedroom. You guys know me. I love bondage. I love it. It is one of my favorite things. Yes, I was triggered at Ubis. I don't want this psychopath sullying the wonderfulness that can be bondage. I do not want this person sullying that. Shut the fuck up, you goddamn psychopath. No, Zulu, not at all. No, I'm not mad at all. It needed to be seen. It needed to be seen. Jewel, I am a bondage lover. I love it. I needed to know about this so I could rage at this person about it. Yumi, fuck you. You do not deserve the wonderfulness that is being bound. Stay the fuck away from bondage. You don't deserve it.
For putting a Bible in this bag. They're so
Dino
mad.
Man, more.
They're attacking my wife on a very personal level for putting her Bible in this somehow offensive bag. Do you understand how insane these people are? Bring this tweet in this circumstance to any normal employed individual, and they will understand how insane all this is. But of course, Makeship would apologize after what? After backlash. So here's one of the recent tweets saying, "What's yours?" referring to these plushies they're trying to sell. And look at the replies.
Wait, what was that first one? Hang on.
Plushies they're trying to sell.
Please provide a full list of creators who you will hold against others. Guilt by association, virtual signaling must be advertised in full. Huh?
And look at the replies.
Rev, you're going too fast.
Everyone's mad.
Yep.
You thought backstabbing me and my wife would have no repercussions. Well, you got another thing coming, unfortunately, because we were very faithful partners with this company. And we're very faithful people promoting this company because they do have very high quality plushies. But you can't pull a Judas on us. You can't backstab us and expect nothing to happen. Guilt by association is a very cringe and awful thing. And guess what? They took a step back. After the...
Here we go. I'm happy to share an update after my conversation with Makeship. They've apologized for the stress caused and acknowledged that their reasoning for not continuing our partnership was flawed. They've since made positive changes, stating we have adjusted our partnership evaluation process moving forward, and we specifically aim to base our decisions on the content of the creator alone, not necessarily on those they associate with. Too fucking like jackass. This is a significant step forward and a win for creators. Oh, stop fucking patting yourself on the back. If these guys pat themselves on the back any harder, they're going to dislocate something. Ensuring fairer evaluations based solely on your own work. However, I'm still deeply disappointed to learn that Makeship has not changed their decision on working with Rev. Rev collaborated with Makeshift on 3 highly successful campaigns that brought new customers and value to the platform and made many fans happy with cute plushies with no change at all in his content since. Key fucking word there. No change of his content.
backlash they rightfully received after saying all this stupid stuff about my wife, Makeship would apologize to my wife and go back on their decision regarding her. They reinstated my wife. And guess what? Because she's faithful, just like she was faithful to Makeship when they were being nice to us, she says, well, that's great. I'm glad you apologized for guilt by association and it basically blacklisting me. Not interested. There's no way my wife would work with someone who would do this to her husband.
Scroll down. I want to see the bottom.
I'm not reinstated, by the way. They parted with me, and they still, to this day, have not said why my content is so edgy that they just can't work with me.
Yeah.
It's pathetic. This whole...
And his content... Are we seeing the correlations here? Rev's content has not changed. Makeship's new CEO has changed. You don't need to have a degree in pattern recognition to see what happened here.
whole thing is so disappointing and pathetic. I just appreciate the supporters of this channel. By the way, we got a new plushie in the works that will be coming out soon. Mark your calendars at some point. Ooh Market, who's had my fucking back, by the way, will be making a plushie.
Oh, undoubtedly, Jack.
My design.
Undoubtedly. Or they know someone who is a Rev hater.
For Ooh Market. They have had my back. At conventions where I personally attended, I was a featured guest. They had my back. When
we can't, wait, hold on. Are we back to we cannot choose who we freely associate with? Prundo, I think it is not that. It's not we cannot choose who we freely associate with. The problem is that Makeship swapped Strawberry and Rev, claiming that Rev's content was too edgy. However, his content has not changed since he started working with Makeship. And they facilitated 3 very highly successful campaigns of plushies with Makeship that earned them, according to Rev, 6 figures. And Rev's content has not changed in all of that time. And now, all of a sudden, when a new CEO comes in, they say Rev's content is too edgy, we're dropping it. And therein lies the problem, is that because Rev's content hasn't changed, it was the CEO changed, and the CEO is a Rev hater, and they initially did drop Darling Strawberry because she's married to Rev. And then because of the backlash that they got from Strawberry's post, now all of a sudden they're backpedaling and eating shit. But they're still not going to take Rev back on, so Darling Strawberry said, go fuck yourself, as she should. Okay, shouldn't they be able to say they don't want to continue work with them because of a pimple they saw? What? I am now confused. Why is my mouse not working? Thank you. There it goes. Shouldn't they be able to say they don't want to continue to work with them because... Okay, Garundo, I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Are you basically saying, like, they have the right to change their mind? See, so what you're saying is they have the right to change their mind depending upon the way the wind blows. As a company, yes, they can. They certainly can. It does, but it's not going to preclude them from getting backlash for stabbing someone in the back who they've had a very successful business relationship with. I'm not saying that they have no right to as a private company. Not at all. They are a private company. They can choose to associate who they wish to if they want. But they're going to get backlash for it. That's not going to prevent them getting backlash when they made a bucket load of money off of Rev and then suddenly decide with the new CEO, we don't want you anymore because because our new CEO thinks your content is edgy. It's all a question of loyalty. It's a question of loyalty to the content creators you work with. And if you want to basically fuck one over like this and act all morally superior, you're going to get backlash. You're free to take on and drop whoever you wish, but if your reasons are absolutely dumb as fuck, yeah. Oh, they made bad business. Yes. Oh, Harundo. Okay. I think I understand. I don't think there's an argument. I think that's the thing. I don't believe there's an argument here, and people are absolutely voting with their dollars. So I think there may be misunderstanding, and there is no argument that there at all. I don't think there is an argument about this. People are voting with their dollars. The company fucked up. The new CEO made a very bad call, and now the company's going to pay for it because people are going to vote with their dollars. Content creators are going to take their business elsewhere, and this new CEO probably just fucked the company royally because of what they did. Yeah, I don't think there is an argument. So, yeah.
Everyone was filing complaints, trying to get me banned from the convention. Their company stood up for me. And in person, one of their higher-ups said, Rev, I got your back. Don't worry. That's a company I want to work for. Not this. Not these spineless cowards. This disgusts me. I'm sorry. I know I'm a little off the rails today. Not speaking the best. I'm sorry, but
it's okay,
this
Rev.
needed to be said. Okay?
You're speaking better than I have at
anyways,
times.
As I always say, that's all I got for today. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Well, I'm glad Rev is linked up with Hua Market. Who knows? Maybe I'll look into them too. Oh, no, hi, Rondo. I was not saying, I was not upset about the concept of making making a decision about who to associate with. I mean, I am upset about them making the free decision on who to associate with in context with their working in the past and their rationale behind it. That's what I was upset about. I'm not upset that I'm not upset that they can make whatever, decision they want to make about this. It's the whole reasoning behind it in context with the history of them working with the company. That's what upset me.